Concept 2, using point-slope form to graph. So graphing with point-slope form is actually very similar to graphing from slope-intercept form. You still have your slope, okay? And the only difference is instead of having the y-intercept, so a point on your graph where it crosses the y-axis, you have some other point, okay? And it can be anywhere, all right? So the first step is just like with slope-intercept, find your point and plot that point, okay? The important thing to remember is you are going to need to switch those signs back, okay? So here's my x value. It says -3, so it's going to be a +3, okay? And here's my y value. It's y plus 2, which means the actual point, when I have it in my coordinate, should be -2. Okay? Remember from the last video, the form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That's why we're switching this. Okay? So plot that point. 1, 2, 3, down 2. Okay? And then you're going to use your slope to find a second point. My slope is -4, which means I'm going to be coming down 4 and over 1. Okay. And then I can do that again if I want to get another point to help me draw my graph, or I can just plot it from there. So it would be down another 4 over 1, and going backwards would be back 1, up 4, back 1, up 4, oops, back 1, up 4, and that's going to be my line. Okay, and let's go ahead and plot that in there. Up here, down to there. Okay, so very similar to slope-intercept form for when you're plotting it. Okay, the biggest difference again is switching that sign, or switching those signs when you're changing it to get your initial point. Okay, let's do this one as well. We have my point, which is going to, it's a +1 for my x, so that'll be a -1. And that's a -3 for y, so that'll be a +3. So my point is going to be at -1, 3. Okay, and then my slope is 2/3, meaning it's going to come up 2 for every 3 it goes over. Up 2, over 3, up 2, over 3. Okay, same by going back, down 2, back 3, down 2, back 3, down 2, back 3. Okay, and you definitely don't have to do that. You don't have to kind of walk along your line plotting those points. The only reason I'm doing that is it helps me make a nice straight line. Because if I have my two far points, I can just connect them. Okay, and that is graphing from a point-slope equation. The big thing to remember is switching those signs.